do so that they understand the transfer from riding across to driving.
Dit paard heeft in de winter niet veel menwedstrijden of menopleiding gehad of onderhoud. Het is vooral belangrijk in de winter om je paard te onderhouden, het gymnastisch en soepel te houden. Hij gaat ook niet de rijtechnieken van de Amazone bespreken, maar het is belangrijk dat vanuit je dressuurmatige opbouw in de rijkunst je kunt verder werken naar de mensport.
So Mirjam, if you could ride 2 meters in from the arena, then people can see from both sides. And what I like about watching Talos working is he has a steady contact in the reins. And I like a horse taking you forward. I think the difference from a riding horse and a driving horse is a driving horse pulls a weight, so he's pulling forward, and a riding horse must balance the vertical weight. So to make the transfer from riding to driving, I like a horse to be taking you forward. And if in a ridden dressage world we said Mirjam's horse was working a little bit too round, a little bit too deep, it's for the transfer into the carriage.
Heel belangrijk is het contact die de Amazone met het paard houdt. Hij wordt nu ook iets ronder gereden. Hij mag nog
20 meter circle here in the middle, please. Just in working trot. First we look at the rhythm of the horse. It's got a very steady rhythm. The horse is going forward, so we're happy with his work ethic, and the contact is quite steady.
We gaan op de grote cirkel, het contact is belangrijk, maar ook de drang naar voren, de cadans, het ritme, wordt hier toch ook wel gevraagd.
I'm interested in where the horse's ears are, because I can often tell if a horse is bending through his ribs, his ears will stay level.
Hoewel het paard ook gebogen is rond het been van de ruiter in de ribben, moeten de oren op dezelfde plaats blijven staan.
So if we ask Mirjam to do a 5-meter circle.
We gaan naar een cirkel op 5 meter.
Ready to run for your life, Mark? Okay, we're looking for the balance. I'm looking for the hind leg coming through.
Belangrijk ook, kijken we nu naar de achterhand die zich op deze kleinere cirkel dan toch meer moet gaan positioneren.
You can see just a little bit that the left ear is a little bit unlevel. So we would like that horse to become more supple through his rib cage so he can cope with that circle. So one easy exercise Mirjam could do for us if possible is a shoulder in on the long side, Mirjam.
We vragen ook even een schouder binnenwaarts.
And shoulder in is a really useful exercise for driving horses because prior to a corner with a carriage, we want the horse to bend in preparation for the corner.
Heel belangrijk is door de schouder binnenwaarts dat we het paard kunnen vragen en stellen om dan ook in de hoek de stelling aan te nemen.
And just a little bit more exaggerated if possible, Mirjam. Steady on the rhythm, steady on the rhythm. Okay, so what we noticed then, there was a slight change in rhythm. The horse ran a little bit forward. So that's a sign of his balance. So we wanted to use the hind leg more so that the rhythm stays the same.
Er was een klein verschil in het ritme, daarom wordt er ook meer gevraagd de achterhand toch nog iets meer te gebruiken en aan te sporen om op dezelfde cadans voorwaarts te gaan.
And the one
meer zochten naar de heupen en in de beweging.
And my suspicion is this horse goes on the right hand side of the pair because the driver asked for a lot of bend on the right hand side because the inside horse in a pair must hold his position.
Boyd vermoedt dat dit paard het rechterpaard is bij het tweespan, zodanig dat hij in deze beweging naar rechts toe dan toch een ander evenwicht toont.
Okay, so we're going to ask Mirjam for a left shoulder in or on the outside rail. That will help straighten him up. And if Mirjam, think about left bend before you turn the right circle. So a little bit of left flexion and maybe left shoulder in.
Er wordt wat meer stelling gevraagd voor de linker schouder binnenwaarts.
And the next time down there, Mirjam, carry on the long side before you come onto the circle. Okay, so we're looking for left bend. That will hopefully change the horse's balance a little bit. Left flexion. Don't turn yet, left flexion. Okay, there's a little bit straighter. And now she's got control of the horse's shoulders. Do you feel that, Mirjam? Okay, and the contact is more even in her hand. The horse did a much better quality circle, and it was all through straightness. And I hope tonight that you'll see the whole evening we'll talk about straightness, correct contact, correct balance. And it's going to show in the long reining and the riding. Okay, left flexion again now, Mirjam, for me. Left. So left. Good, that's better. Okay, and then he did 2 strides of straight, and then he thought that seemed like hard work. So then Mirjam must ask a little bit firmer.
Boyd zegt dat het ook belangrijk is dat door deze oefeningen het contact met het paard, de stelling, de beweging heel goed geoefend kan worden en gecontroleerd.
Left again, down the long side, completely straight. Left. Good. Work through it. Good. Now the shoulders are better. Now the hind legs are taking bigger steps behind.
U zag dat de achterhand duidelijk ruimere stappen nam, beweging nam na deze stelling.
So change direction when you're ready, Mirjam. So we know on the right rein, Mirjam has to control too much bending. On the left rein, we realised her bending, you can see, is a little bit down on the left shoulder. So she has to go back to left shoulder in again on the long side.
Ook hier terug die stelling vragen, zodanig dat het paard.
And what I'm looking for from a rider to help the transfer into the carriage is Mirjam keeping her inside hand open. A little bit, Mirjam, your left hand wants to cross on the horse's neck. So be prepared to take more outside rein and be a little bit lighter on your inside hand. So left shoulder in again. Sitting back, keep the rhythm. Good. Okay, and walk in there. That's super. When you're ready, walk.
Even op stap komen.
So, very simply, we don't get too critical with riding. We ask the rider's legs to be responsive, not the horse relying on the legs. We like to keep the hands in front because that's more similar to driving. If the rider starts crossing the hands, that doesn't relate to driving at all. And we're looking for straightness on both reins. And every horse is a little bit one-sided or the other. And so we know that Talos likes to bend to the right and is a little bit stiff to the left. And nothing fantastic in the schooling. Super. Okay, and the canter really helped his hind leg. Control that left shoulder, Mirjam. Open your inside hand a little bit, so she's not balanced on him. He must carry it himself. And all I couldn't do what Mirjam's doing. I can see how a horse should be balanced, but I wouldn't be able to sit and canter like she's doing now.
Boyd zegt dat hij het zelf niet zou kunnen doen, maar hij ziet toch wel dat het paard zeer gedragen en onder goede controle staat en goed in balans is.
A cross-country fence or a hedge, then I'll enjoy it. Okay, that's good, super Mirjam, and trot. So I believe the canter is good for opening the horse's shoulder, balancing the hind leg back, and is good training for a driving horse. The reason, okay, when you're ready, walk. That's super, thank you. The reason we do riding and we do long reining